Hi there, welcome to today's weighing talk by Scales Technology. My name is Engineer Moy, your expert in weighing. And on today's discussion, we're gonna talk about what causes premature failure of weighing scales. When you purchase a weighing scale, you expect the scale to give you the optimum service. But for this to happen, it's gonna take an effort from your end. One of the reasons as to why scales fail is because users are not informed on different factors that could lead to the scale failure. And please journey with me as I take you through these factors. And number one, and the most important factor, before you purchase any weighing scale, you need to be sure of the environment in which you're going to use the scale. Why should you understand your environment? It's because different scales have got different material construction. For example, if you are using the scale in an environment which is wet meaning that either you are weighing stuff that are with moisture, or the environment itself has a lot of moisture, or probably it's a salty environment, or the products that you're weighing are corrosive or they are chemicals. Now, if you have such kind of materials, you realize that the structure of the scale will be affected in either way. For example, if the environment is very wet and the construction material of your scale is mild steel, mild steel generally is susceptible to corrosion. So if your environment is wet, the structure is going to fail soon. Or if your environment is very salty and you are buying a mild steel structure, again, it's gonna corrode easily. Or in a scenario whereby you are weighing chemical products which are very corrosive and your material structure of the scale is mild steel, you are also going to experience a corrosion in a very short period of time. So my advice is, before you even think of how much is the scale, know which environment you're going to use the scale, so that if you're going to use it in a wet environment or a corrosive environment or a salty environment, you get a pure stainless steel material. And if your environment is dry, for example, you're just weighing maybe animal feeds or maybe dry goods or just fruits or groceries, those ones don't drip much water, so there's no any concern about the effect of water on the product or on the weighing machine. So you can go for a mild steel structure. It will be considerably cheap, and also it will serve the purpose within that environment for a while. Another factor is, if you are going to purchase a scale, you need to be sure of the nature of your business. Either whether you are into commercial business or the scale is going to be used for commercial purposes or just for domestic purposes. In construction of scales, there are different standards that are used. So you find that for industrial equipment, like wherever you're buying a scale to use it in an industrial environment, there is a way that these equipment are constructed with a certain degree of robustness to withstand harsh environment and rough handling. So if you're buying a scale to use for a business or for a commercial purpose, and you want it to serve you for a while, you need to consider a heavy-duty material or a heavy-duty machine which is going to give you a long time of service. Unlike those who are using the scale for just a domestic purposes or for maybe a short-term purpose, whereby you do not really need any kind of robustness. So this is going to affect also the product cost and as well as its lifespan. So if, let's say, you don't need to use this product in a very harsh environment, or your products are not going to subject the scale to a heavy use, then no need to spend much money buying an industrial equipment. Another factor when you're buying the machine, you have to also be able to give your users good exposure, because user exposure or the level of training will determine how long that machine will last. So users that are well trained or they are well exposed to maintenance of the scale, they are likely to preserve the machine for a longer period, unlike those that have no clue on how to handle the scale. There are different factors that users should put in consideration while handling the scale. For example, they must be aware of the maximum capacity of the scale. If the scale is rated 150 kilo maximum or 300 kilo maximum, they should never exceed the scale, because when they exceed, they overload the scale. And whenever they overload the scale, then there is a strain gauge, which is the sensor that takes in the weight or the mechanical force. If it's overloaded, then it will die prematurely. So the users must know what is the maximum capacity. Also, when they are handling the scale, they must be clearly aware of which part to hold and which part not to hold, so that they don't end up interfering with the sensitive electronic parts. So whenever you are purchasing a weighing machine, for it to last long, you need to help your users understand. Thank God for Scalestech. We help our users understand and learn how to use this scale. From the day of purchase, we give your users a training, and we also walk you through a journey whereby we provide a preventive maintenance plan. So another thing that will help you and lengthen or avoid premature failure of your scale is scheduling a frequent service. It is important to know that any machine, I believe, even if you are having a vehicle or a motorbike or whichever machine, you know that after a certain number of kilometers, it is expected to go for a service. So this helps to keep the machine in proper condition and in check. And that's the same thing to a weighing machine. A weighing machine is very critical in your business because it helps you determine the value of your products. And you have to keep that scale in check every time by signing up a preventive maintenance contract with a reputable firm that can send its engineers and technicians to service the scale either quarterly or biannually, or whichever frequency you have arranged. But the frequency will depend on how much you use the scale in each and every day or in each and every month. So these some of the factors that will help you, if you consider them, lengthen the usage of your scale. If you have any inquiry or any question regarding your scale, you can comfortably reach us so that we can come to you, or you can bring to us, and we shall be sorting you. If you want to contact us, you can WhatsApp us or call us through +254 743 233223, or you can write to us an email at sales@scales-technology.co.ke. Visit our social media links through hashtag @Scalestech, or you can also follow us on other platforms using the same hashtag Scalestech. Thank you for listening, and watch out for the next episode of this talk. Until we meet next time, thank you.